Good afternoon. I'm so excited about today's episode of Beauty Bosses. I'm here with my friend, the amazing Deborah Pagani. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you're here. Deborah started her career as a hair colorist and morphed into a jewelry designer, and now is the founder of her namesake luxury brand that is kind of a lifestyle brand with all things beautiful that you want to surround yourself with. And my favorite recent addition is these beautiful hair products that I am personally using. So I'm so excited to talk to you about them.
Yes.
Well, so you started out with a background that focused on beauty, but can you talk a little bit about the evolution of your career?
Everything was really organic. I fell into the hair industry by mistake. I went straight out of high school. I was didn't have much parent direction, and I just was like, what can I do to get into New York City and make money and go into the creative industry? And I had met my stepmother's sister, who was a hairstylist on Fifth Avenue, and I loved the way she dressed, and she was with her Louis Vuitton bag, and this was in the 90s. And I was like, what do you do for a living? She's like, I do hair. I was like, that's it, I'm going to do hair. And then I just
And you
fell
have
into
great
it.
hair, by the way,
Oh,
so
well, thank you.
I feel like it's a natural fit.
Yes, and I decided to go into color, and I was working at John Sahag and Orbe, and I did that for 14 years. I became a celebrity colorist. I did Prince, Cyndi Lauper, a bunch of socialites of that time.
And then you started morphing a little bit. So tell us a little bit about the evolution.
I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to always be a fashion designer. That was my main thing. And when I did, my father was like, I'm not sending you to art school or anything like that. That's fake school, that you just want to go and party. So I just started designing jewelry as a hobby. And while I was doing hair, my clients were buying it. And when I became pregnant with my daughter, it was when the Brazilian straight perm came out, and it had formaldehyde in it. And I was like, this just didn't feel right. The whole salon was stinking of it. And I was like, we don't know if this is gonna have any birth defects. And I said, you know what? This is just a sign. I'm leaving, and I'm finally gonna start a line. I think that was a little bit of like delusion. I think you have to be a little crazy to completely drop a career that when you're on the top and then just be like, okay, I'm starting something new. But it was definitely difficult. Like, I had no idea what that really took to start the line. And I was doing the Vegas jewelry show when I was pregnant, and my feet were swelling up. My doctor was like, you cannot be on your feet anymore. Like, I was carrying boxes and on 47th and filling up orders, and it was a lot. But yeah, I'm glad I did it.
But I feel like life takes us in these different pivots and directions, and in retrospect, you can see a thread of direction. It's sometimes
Absolutely.
hard to see it in the moment, and I think that's good advice to remember for young people listening to this, that you can't always see exactly what the future holds, but in retrospect, it makes perfect sense that you took this sort of circuitous path, because now this newest iteration of products with the beautiful hair jewels, and these are literally the most beautiful hair products I've ever seen. They're so sculptural, and it makes so much sense to have your evolution of all these different aspects of your personality.
Yeah, I mean, this was born with bringing all of my careers into one: hair, jewelry design, having a product that's multitasking. Even with my jewelry, like, I create necklaces that you can wear 7 different ways. Like, for me, I love things that can do multiple things. And it was really important for the products that they were not just one-hit wonders. They're bespoke hybrid formulas that are multitasking.
Yeah, and so tell us about the products, because I'm using both of these right now and really loving them. But can you explain a little bit about the difference between the mist and the
Yes,
nectar?
absolutely. So the nectar is a hybrid formula that's between a serum and a leave-in conditioner. So you can use this pre-blowout. It will give you the absolute lightest weight hydration. There is absolutely zero film and zero residue on the hair afterwards.
And it smells so good.
Oh, I know. We worked with a nose to come up with the scent also. Like, I didn't want to have a scent that was the traditional hair care scent. It had to, I wanted something that was gourmand. Everything is either fresh or floral, and I wanted a universal gourmand for the people that are wearing a spicy scent or a vanilla scent or something that's woodsy. This layers beautifully with all those types of scents. So.
And then when do you use the mist?
So the mist is just such an incredible formula also, because this is a heat activated heat protector. It's also a hair essence, and it also can be used without heat. Usually if you ever use a heat protector without heat, you're gonna have stringiness, residue, tackiness, but not this. Like, I use this after a workout class and I just want to refresh my hair. I missed it, I brush it through, and I don't even need heat. It's just like so multifunctional. It's amazing. And it already won 2 awards, and it's only 3 months old. So won Best Heat Protector for Shape Magazine and Best Hair Scent for Marie Claire.
Oh, that's so amazing.
I know, it's really, really exciting. I was not expecting that at all.
That's great. I mean, they're great products, and they're also, we were talking about this earlier, but they're so fun. It's fun to live with beautiful products. How do you integrate the feeling of beauty and form and function with your design process?
How do I integrate it?
Kind of like making the products beautiful on your vanity, but also beautiful in your hair.
Well, it all started, every aspect of these products was made with intention. The bottle was its own project. The scent was another project. The formula and results. I wanted a full sensorial experience with these products. So it took a while to get them done, but I wanted every aspect of it to be intentional. So, and they had to be multitasking.
Yeah, I love it, because you just want to display them. They look so beautiful, and they look good with the barrier balm we were talking
I know,
about earlier.
and I felt like with hair care, everything is, people say it's luxury hair care, but it's not something that you want to have on your vanity or on your top shelf. It's not an object, and I wanted these to give you that dopamine hit. Like your barrier cream, like this is a piece of jewelry, and it's like something that you're always gonna gravitate. You love to pull it out. It's fun to use. It gives you that like dopamine hit. And I think that beauty needs to do that. We can, like, we don't need to cheapen the product with just a stock bottle or a stock scent. Like, we can give customers the full package.
Yeah, and I think that's so nice, because especially with personal care items, skin, beauty, hair, scent, you're living with the product. You're literally getting a little bit of dermal absorption, or you're inhaling the aroma of the fragrance.
Yes.
And so making the whole ritual beautiful makes perfect sense.
Yes. It's like, I always saw it with skincare and makeup, that you get that full package, and I was like, okay, why aren't we seeing this with hair care? Why is everything just so, everything is so cookie cutter?
What has been the most rewarding thing about building your own brand?
I think this is a reward, and it's also could be a curse. It's like you just can go whichever way that you want. You can develop whatever you want. That's one thing that's like so exciting. I mean, we met in 2019. We were only talking about hair accessories, and I was
I still have my original pin in here.
Yeah, and you know something, like people thought I was crazy for doing a luxury hairpin, and it's literally sells every single day. We've had great retailers, we've had celebrities wearing them, and it was such an amazing seller. People thought I was nuts. They're like, who even wears a hairpin? And now it's like the hottest thing. Lots of companies have them.
They're beautiful, and I was living in your serpent headband for an entire 6-month period of my life. I still revert back to it, because there's something elegant and simple about having a little piece of adornment just on you.
Yeah, the hair accessories, I didn't want to go too crazy. I needed them to be simple enough for everyday use, and I didn't want people to be overthinking it. Like, you would just grab the pin, whatever color gold you're wearing, you match it. We did them in 3 different colors, and same with the headbands. I didn't want them to be too ornate. I wanted everyday use because I think that these luxury products should be for everyday, not just special occasions.
Where do people mostly buy your products?
On the website.
And do you have plans for more in-person sales or other plans for expansion, or are you trying to kind of keep that relationship with your clients alive?
I think, I think that if we find really good key retailers that understand the brand and they have the right clientele, I think it's amazing. I think that this also works really well in salons. Like, I have a lot of friends in the hair industry. They're always asking me for the product, and they're like, okay, how can we sell it here? Like, everybody wants it. So I think we're so new with this, but I think expanding to salons, could definitely be in the works.
Can you share anything about what you have in development, or is that private for now?
I don't want to just make hair products to make hair products. I need them to be multitasking, like I've said before. I think that using these 2 products has eliminated me from using about 4 to 5. I don't use a hair oil in my hair anymore. They just...
And you don't need a detangler anymore either.
No detangler.
And you don't need an additional gloss. So I think you can really streamline quite a bit because, like you, I have long hair. And so I really appreciate the multitasking products for a busy person who still likes nice things.
Yes.
It goes a long way.
I know, it's like, I don't want to be layering 7 things on my hair. I really don't. And so I need to develop the right products. But I have to say, like, with all the reviews and the customers who have already purchased it, everybody loves this scent. So possibly something that's scent focused.
Okay, well, I love that idea because scent evokes so much about memory and connection and mood.
Yeah,
So
well, the scent was inspired by my childhood. So
what are the notes of the scents here? Can you describe it a little bit for people who are watching or listening to this?
Yes, so it has Madagascar vanilla, ambroxan, jasmine petal flowers, pink sugar, cinnamon, condensed milk. These are all scents that I would smell with my Cuban grandmother used to bake and make dulce de leche, and these are all like these warm, cozy scents, and I wanted to bring that into hair care.
Yeah, well, you're your own best advertisement because you have such beautiful hair. It's like shiny, perfect, natural, flowy.
Thank you. And what was really important also is I tested this on women of all ages. And I feel like a lot of products are made for this thick head of hair that, you can literally put a heavy oil on it and won't be weighed down. I tested this on postpartum, perimenopausal, menopausal hair that's dry and brittle, lifeless, and gets weighed down super easy. And these products, like, these customers really love it.
I think they're really amazing, and you're really onto something with this whole experience. What is a piece of advice that you'd give to your younger self or someone who wants to follow in your footsteps in creating a brand?
Oh my gosh. I think that you have to have patience. I think keeping things to yourself to a certain degree is very important because, like I said, when I was doing the hair accessories, people told me I was crazy. They were like, hair accessories went out in the early 2000s. Like, nobody's using hair accessories anymore. And when I was doing desk sides and showing the editors the hairpin, it was like I was a magician. Like, they had never seen anything. And now we've got tons of different hairpins out there. Companies are all doing them. So I think that they should definitely, if you're super passionate about something, don't ignore your gut. Like, don't cover it up.
I love that advice.
Yeah.
How do you deal with knockoffs in the space?
Oh my gosh.
Because I have seen so many out there, like flimsy versions of your iconic headbands, little clips that sort of look like this but fall apart easily. What
about the hairpin?
Yeah, the hairpin.
At the end of the day, it's so hard to copyright something like that. And I think that as a creative, you just have to keep moving forward. It's so difficult. Obviously, a beauty product is a lot harder to copy. It takes a couple of years for somebody to copy it, but the hair accessories, they can churn it out in 6 months. But that was a lot. It was like people would go to certain stores and they'd be like, oh my God, your pin is there. And I think that you just have to trust the customer. I know that I'm making the best one out there. It's stainless steel, IP plated. People have them still from 2019. You're not gonna get that with the dupe. You're just not.
Yeah.
They're gonna break, they're gonna fade in color, they're gonna get disformed, and you just have to trust and try to make the best that you can so that your customers keep coming back.
And continue to innovate and come up with new things and better things and iterations on the theme. Yeah.
Exactly. How many hairpins have I done? There's like, I feel like I can, if I sit and think about it, I can think about 10 other versions to do. I think it's endless.
Yeah, and I think that's going to continue to become a topic as intellectual property becomes harder to put your finger on.
Yes.
But we've experienced the same thing with skincare products that are gas chromatographed and duped and replicated, and the answer for us has been to continue to innovate, to increase ingredient percentages, add more actives, make it more multifunctional, and then the loyal clients and people who understand your value proposition and background and all the things putting into it, they stay with you.
Yes.
Which is important.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you've done something really amazing. I want to have everyone have the opportunity to try your products. Where can people find you?
On DeborahPaganiBeauty.com. We are on Instagram also, Deborah Pagani Beauty, and then my personal Deborah Pagani, and on TikTok. Deborah Pagani Beauty.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here. You guys really have to try these products. They're amazing, and I'm using them myself, so they must be good.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.